Hi, Steve Lackmeyer here, business reporter with the Oklahoman, and I'm here for another edition of OKC Central. We're here at Beatniks in Midtown. I really appreciate sponsorship by the Nichols Hills Plaza merchants. Great group of folks out there, shops, restaurants. I thank them for their sponsorship of this edition. We had a lot going on downtown this week. We started the week with a column I wrote where we talked about the possibility that we may see a pretty massive expansion of the downtown skyline. We already know that a tower is going up at Stage Center site. The theater itself is now totally disappeared. It's been fully torn down. And we may see a second building there as part of Rainey Williams' plans. The main tower will be home to OG&E Energy Corp. We also know that Clayco, the Chicago company that's assisting Rainey Williams in this development, is seeking to build maybe another tower or two on the south half of that block. We don't know the size of those buildings, but they're indicating it's a pretty dense development. I can also confirm to you that plans are very advanced for a tower to be built at the corner of Main and Hudson. We've been keeping our eye on this one for quite some time as Nick Preftakes, who stays very quiet about it all, has been acquiring that whole block. He owns everything except for the home of Coney Island and where the city's office annex is at 420 West Main. The plans I keep hearing involve tearing down the building at the corner of Hudson and Main. That is the southwest corner, and it's immediately across from Devon parking garage. It would also possibly involve 2 or 3 buildings immediately to the west of that, and maybe even the auto hotel being torn down, which could be an interesting discussion once that comes forward. So we're keeping an eye on that. Another site that we're kind of hearing some things about is possibly at the corner of E.K. Gaylord and Dean A. McGee. That was acquired a while back from Sandridge. Don't be surprised if that sells and is developed as well. And don't be surprised if something happens and pops up there at the old Bank of America drive-thru at Robert S. Kerr and Walker. Finally, we know that the city is very, very eager to see a conference hotel built next to the new convention center. If that happens, we'd have another tower there. So we're looking at quite a few additions to our downtown skyline. Rick Dowell also will probably build a low to mid-rise at 5th and Walker. This week I also visited with the folks who are going to be building Blue Garden Food Court there at Hudson and Northwest 10th, just a little ways down west from where I am now. Construction is very advanced on that. They've now got the building up where they'll be serving drinks from. They have the restrooms in place. They're putting up the shade structures where they'll have tables, and they're starting to put in the stalls where the food trucks will park. So we're looking at an opening for that this fall or maybe even late summer. I'm also tracking a development involving Chase Bank. Chase has had its downtown branch in the old Liberty Tower in quite some time. It's now Cotter Ranch Tower at Broadway and Park Avenue. The option they're looking at is to build a 1-story building where the old Liberty Bank drive-thru was. They still use drive-thru there, but it's far bigger than what they need in 2014. So what their idea is to tear down the old building that they don't use anymore, tear down all but just 3 or 4 stalls, and build a new building. I've talked to Chase Bank officials. They're being very, very quiet about what they want to do, but clearly there's a possibility Chase may move out of Cotter Ranch Tower, and that Chase name may disappear from the top of Cotter Ranch Tower. Cotter Ranch Tower has one of the lowest occupancy rates of all the downtown office properties, and this could cause some interesting developments in the future involving that property. Thank you for joining me for another edition of OKC Central. You can follow my work at newsok.com or my blog at okccentral.com.